Wednesday nights on the Goodlife TV network. Brotherhoods forged on the fields of battle.
They'll do anything they can to blow us out of here and they won't take any prisoners.
Bonds that would never be broken. Over here.
Is she seeing someone else?
Over there. Combat at 9. The Gallant Men at 10. And Homefront at 11. Reluctant heroes. They met the enemy with courage and fought for the future of the boomer generation. American soldiers. Wednesday nights only on the Goodlife TV network.
You're watching Cheyenne on the Goodlife TV network.
Next, the Cowboys continue with more heroics from the Old West with Bronco. Then James Garner is the Western wise guy, Maverick, on the Goodlife TV network. Thursday nights on the Goodlife TV network. Crack the case for hard-boiled baby boomers.
Private investigator.
These crime-busting private eyes operate in top-notch locales, and they got the dough and the dolls, plus the brain and the brawn to bust the bad guys big time. 77 Sunset Strip, Hawaiian Eye, and Surfside 6.
Come on, what's going on?
Follow the clues and get the private eyes for the boomer generation. Thursday nights only on the Goodlife TV network.
Maverick is next on the Goodlife TV network.
Hello everyone, Nick Clooney here, right in my living room in Augusta, Kentucky, welcoming you to the Goodlife Television Network. We're delighted to have you with us. You know, we have not spent nearly enough time on recent Tuesdays, it seems to me, talking about our star, James Garner. There's no question that this series made his career, but there's also no question that he took full advantage of that opportunity, taking chances when he needed to, making solid decisions, taking control of his own destiny, getting his own production company. As you know, great success on the small screen by no means guarantees success on the big screen. For the most part, the opposite is true. Some of the problem has always been sort of cultural. From 1950 on, the conventional wisdom among Hollywood producers has been, why should people pay to see someone they've been getting for free? Well, James Garner answered the question by ignoring the question. He had been traversing that cultural divide since 1957 with no visible scars. He has been nominated for Emmys, he's been nominated for Oscars. He has launched successful TV series right after releasing a successful movie. He paused in his movie making from 74 to 80 while filming his Rockford Files series, and the year it went off, he went right back to a movie, The Fan, and then Victor, Victoria, and then others, about one a year for the next 10 years. He interspersed some excellent movies made for TV among all of those. And in the midst of it all, he made some excellent investments, and even more important, he made and kept some very good friends. If he ignored all the rules, perhaps it was because before he came to Hollywood, he was in a place called Korea, where angry men were shooting real bullets at him with evil intent. One of those missiles connected, but Jim survived to collect. Hello everyone, I'm Nick Clooney. Welcome to the Goodlife Television Network. Well, it's a case of mistaken identity on Maverick. Or is it? Our hero, James Garner, as Brett Maverick, has his life saved by a fellow named Johnny Rain, who's played by William Reynolds. Johnny Rain. Now, he is then accused of being a bandit. And Maverick, of course, being a man of honor, at least sometimes, has to come to Johnny Rain's defense. And therein lies our story. But as always, there is another story going on, too, the one behind the scenes. When I said the name James Garner, I think almost everyone watching would have some recognition, either in his successful television series or in his equally successful movie career. But when I said the name William Reynolds, chances are there was barely a flicker of recognition. And yet, by any reasonable measure, Mr. Reynolds was a highly successful television actor. He was the star or co-star of at least 3 television programs that came to my mind immediately. I don't doubt there were more. And there was a 1950s entry. It was called The Islanders, in which Bill Reynolds was one of 2 pilots who made a living island hopping in the Pacific. Of course, he was a mainstay of Gallant Men, which is seen regularly here on Goodlife TV. And there was a really interesting 1959 show in which he was the title character, Pete Kelly's Blues, based on the successful movie Jack Webb brought to the screen. The television show didn't catch on, but I tell you, I really liked it a lot. When I interviewed Mr. Reynolds, I guess this is the 1970s, he was promoting still another series. He remembered fondly his attempts to learn how to finger the cornet convincingly for Pete Kelly's Blues. He told me that his musician friends insisted that what he was playing would have frightened dogs for blocks around. Well, he has different problems in this Maverick episode. A cure for Johnny Rain. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I know you're ready to get going with this Maverick episode, and so are we. Maverick, tonight, is going to get involved in one of the oldest dramatic devices of them all. We're talking about the feud between two families. It always offers plenty of twists and turns, dating back to long... you call the January home. I was just thinking about doing a Western here tonight. Maverick, of course. It's one of the reasons you tuned in, of course, to see this. Now, this home was built in 1838. 1838. What about the West in 1838? It was young. It was vibrant. It wasn't even the Wild West yet. Didn't even know that much about it, did we? Amazing. When this home was built,
The Good Life TV network is for baby boomers every night of the week. Sundays, American Families. Mondays, Romance. Tuesdays, The Cowboys. Wednesdays, American Soldiers. Thursdays, Private Eyes. Fridays, GTV Presents. Saturdays, Music and Variety. Prime time is the time for baby boomers, only on the
Good Life TV Network.
Attention.
Weekdays on the Good Life TV network. If you need a friend
Made a wish. We're here to help you make it come true.
or someone to lean on,
He needs you to be there in his corner to cheer him on.
we want to put you in touch with an angel.
Sounds kind of crazy.
Michael Landon, TV icon of the boomer generation, in the perfect show for today's turbulent times.
Look what you've done to yourself. Look what you've done to your family.
Highway to Heaven.
Of all the assignments we've had, this one is the best.
Weekdays at noon Eastern, only on the Good Life TV network.
Bronco is next on the Good Life TV Network.
Tomorrow on the Good Life TV network. If you need a friend
You made a wish. We're here to help you make it come true.
or someone to lean on,
He needs you to be there in his corner to cheer him on.
we want to put you in touch with an angel 2 times a day.
Sounds kind of crazy.
Michael Landon, TV icon of the boomer generation, in the perfect show for today's turbulent times.
Look what you've done to yourself. Look what you've done to your family.
Highway to Heaven.
Of all the assignments we've had, this one is the best.
Tomorrow at noon and 8 p.m. Eastern on the Good Life TV network.
Maverick is next on the Good Life.
Beginning Saturday at 1 a.m. Eastern, the Good Life TV network puts the bite on Bela Lugosi in a 6-night howling Halloween party. He's suave, he's sinister, he's got the Transylvania accent. It's a rare chance to sink your teeth into 6 celebrated Bela Lugosi unclassics. It's going to be a scream. Bela Lugosi 6-night howling Halloween party beginning Saturday night at 1 a.m. Eastern only on the Good Life TV network.
You're watching Bronco.
hello, everyone. I'm Nick Clooney. Welcome to the Good Life Television Network and to the backyard of the January home. It's beautiful gardens, isn't it? Goes all the way back to 1838, and you see the terrace going up these beautiful Kentucky hills in Maysville, right on the Ohio River. Mary Ford was nice enough to let us spend some time in this backyard, having a good time. I must tell you, going to be looking at this episode of Maverick with special interest tonight. I always get a kick out of the very breezy way the writers deal with the great American form, the Western, anyway. But tonight, we're going to see someone who, in my view, gives us the perfect example of how Hollywood can sometimes really miss the boat. Hollywood failed to make a star of Nita Talbot. You know that name at all? How in the world did they do that? It must have really taken work on their part. Miss Talbot had talent in any direction they wished to take her. Oh, Miss Talbot had a fine career, don't get me wrong, but there is a place left vacant for her at the highest level of American film and television stardom that was never filled. Perhaps some of you know her work and her name, but it's unlikely, actually. Tonight you're going to see her in a featured role as a character named Bessie Bison. The first thing you will notice is she's beautiful. Few were more beautiful in a city where beauty is a glut on the market. Miss Talbot also, however, has a wicked sense of humor. She handles comedy as if she was born for it. I have also seen her dive into dialects with rare.
We're putting the bite on Bela Lugosi in the Goodlife TV network 6-night howling Halloween party. He's suave, he's sinister, he's got a Transylvania accent. Tonight, worse than killer bees, killer bats, genetically trained to attack anyone who splashes on aftershave, especially the really cheap stuff. It's going to be a scream. Bela Lugosi's howling Halloween party continues tonight on the Goodlife TV network.
American.
The Good Life TV network wants to put you in touch with an angel twice a day.
My name's Jonathan. This is my friend Mark.
Highway to Heaven tomorrow at noon and 8 p.m. Eastern on the Good Life TV network. Good Life TV network pays tribute to Veterans Day with 14 hours of combat, reinforced by real vets and their battlefield experiences. Salute Veterans Day with a special combat marathon, Monday, beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern, only on the Good Life TV network.
On the Good Life TV network. Saigon, 1975, a city under siege.
We are going to evacuate.
Young lives hang in the balance.
No more children will leave Vietnam.
And 3 women are determined to save them.
Those children, all of them, are coming home with us.
Shirley Jones and Ina Ballenstar in the true story of the Children of An Lac, Friday at 9 Eastern on the Good Life TV network. Bronco.
Well, call your friends. It's Maverick Night. Hello, everybody. I'm Nick Clooney, and I'm very glad to be with you here from the Cincinnati Museum Center, where we're having a very fine time. And it's always fun to be able to introduce a Maverick episode. Now, have you ever heard the phrase, according to Hoyle? Well, of course, most of you have, I am sure. It's another one of those references we toss off without giving it a thought. We know what it means, of course. Something done according to Hoyle means that it's been done honoring some established.
Thursday on the Good Life TV network. Saigon, 1975, a city under siege.
We are going to evacuate.
Young lives hang in the balance.
No more children will leave Vietnam.
And 3 women are determined to save them.
Those children, all of them, are coming home with us.
Shirley Jones and Ina Ballenstar in the true story of the Children of An Lac, Thursday at 2 Eastern on the Good Life TV network. You're watching. Tuesday Night Cowboys continue with Bronco and another episode of Maverick coming up on the Good Life TV network. Next, James Garner stars in another exciting Maverick adventure. Then top athletes vie for various titles on GTV Dance Sport coming up on the Good Life TV network. You're
Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Clooney, and welcome to the Good Life Television Network, and specifically to the Museum Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we're broadcasting from for the next several weeks. There are a couple of people we'll want to pay special attention to in this episode of Maverick. First of all, watch for the actor who plays the sheriff. That is Stacy Keach. Aha! I see your eyebrows go up. Stacy Keach. Why, that actor must be a lot older than he looks. Wasn't this episode among the first in the Maverick series? Yes, it was. In fact, program number 4, made in the fall of 1957. Well, I am going to let you off the hook. This is Stacy.
Thursday on the Good Life TV network. A holiday classic is retold in Nutcracker on Ice, Thursday at 1 Eastern on the Goodlife TV network. Today on the Goodlife TV network.
We need one more!
Imagine you're taken hostage,
Why me? I'm a liar!
imprisoned,
You can't make me do this!
and chosen at random to die.
1 man in every 10 is to be shot.
Imagine you are the 10th man. Anthony Hopkins stars Friday at 9 Eastern on the Goodlife TV network.
Hello everyone, Nick Clooney here. We're having a wonderful time at the Museum Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hundreds and hundreds of folks coming through the place. There's some kids right over there having a great time at one of the displays. A lot of hands-on displays here. Used to be a big train terminal back in the old days, and now it's a great museum center. One of the most popular in the country, I am told. Now, I was digging through the production notes for this program that we're about to see. It's called The Long Hunt. It's the episode of Maverick. This is early in the history of the series, and it is really not yet settled into the spoof of American Westerns it would become. Instead, we're
Say yes, it can reverse.
Wednesday on the Goodlife TV network. Take one irate Santa,
You're messing with a fat man now!
2 cynical New Yorkers,
I've never had an angel in my cab before.
3 not-so-wise men,
So much for watching Miracle on 34th Street tonight.
and 1 very busy angel.
You have a Merry Christmas.
And you have the Highway to Heaven Holiday Marathon,
I know you're an angel, but how'd you get him to say yes to this?
Wednesday on the Goodlife TV network. Bron-
Hello everyone, I'm Nick Clooney. It's really nice to have you with us, and we think you're going to enjoy tonight's episode of Maverick. Of course, you enjoy all of those episodes of Maverick, don't you? Talking to you, of course, on the Goodlife Television Network, and I'm talking to you from the Museum Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. On one of the levels, mostly machine tools and automobiles and all that kind of stuff. Very fascinating. Just one of scores of displays they have here. Well, it's Brett Maverick again, here to illuminate another Tuesday for us. The story is called Stage West, and there's a bit more murder and mayhem than we are used to on Maverick, but this was still fairly early in the series.
TV network.
Hello everyone, I'm Nick Clooney at the Crone Conservatory in Cincinnati, Ohio. Beautiful flowers. It's a hummingbird nest up there. Been having a good time here. We're going to have a Maverick episode for you tonight. Always something interesting, some side note to these Maverick stories. This one is certainly no exception. First, there's the story itself. The title is Stampede, but the way the tale begins is suspiciously like a very popular movie just 3 or 4 years before this segment was filmed. In the movie, which was called Mississippi Gambler, the star, Tyrone Power, is thrown off the riverboat into the water, saves himself by working his way to a sandbar where he finds another gambler, John McIntyre, who also had been put off a riverboat. The two join forces and the story gets underway. Well, in our adventure tonight, guess what? Brett Maverick gets thrown off the riverboat by shady gamblers. He makes his way to a sandbar where, lo and behold, there is another gambler who has been put off an earlier riverboat. The two join forces and, well, you get the idea. Oh, well, they say there are no new plots anyway, just a rehashing of old ones. Another interesting part of this episode is the man that Brett Maverick meets on that sandbar. This was something of a coming-out party for an actor who would become very familiar to us on television for the next quarter of a century, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. He had actually retired from acting after the death of his young wife, and he pursued an academic life in music. After several years, he emerged from the period of mourning and resumed his career. This was one of his first appearances. It was before 77 Sunset Strip or the FBI, when he was always the trustworthy leading man. Well, here he was free to play a shady character, Dandy Jim.
Saturdays on Good Life TV, musical variety takes center stage. At 9, the triple treat of Tony Orlando and Dawn mean 3 times the fun with songs, skits, and comedy. At 10, he's got an ear for music and a nose for laughs. Jimmy Durante plays host to the Lennon Sisters. And at 11, Leslie Uggams and her guests star in an evening of singing and dancing. You've got a front row seat for musical variety Saturday nights starting at 9 Eastern on the Good Life TV network.
You're watching the Good Life